with Darryll and then Dad.
Oh yeah!
We're just boarding the Channel Tunnel. We're going to Longotier. Simon, the owner of Moulon, said he was booked up because we wanted to go back there, and he went, oh, I'm going to sort something out, and he sorted us out with this Longotier, Graham Trudgill's Lake, and it's going to be an adventure because me and Darryll are probably going to be scared when Dad's driving on the wrong side of the road sometimes. It's going to be adventurous times. Me, Dad and Darryll were so excited to go to Longotier with a 4-hour drive in front of us just from Calais. It's very easy accessible for all the UK carpers. We have arrived at Longotier. It was a very warm welcome from Graham and Claire. Then we got shown around the lake and the lodge, and it's really nice. And the one what I felt at home and what I fancied was the hole. And the reason why I like the hole is because you have little spots down here. You have like the island there, which looks really, really good for a fish. Then you have like a little overhanging tree over there, and hopefully a fish jumps out, a lump jumps out over there, because they've been jumping out. 4 fishes jumped out and they've been fizzing, so hopefully I can get one. And then in the distance behind me you can see Darryll, he's in the point swim, and Dad will be eventually set up in the shell. Graham, when we was walking round, told us a funny story about that peg, because when they drained it they found a World War II shell. It didn't blow up, but if it blew up it could have made the lake a little bit bigger. Dinner's going to be soon, and then we reel in the rods, go to the barn. It's going to be a beautiful dinner. I can really tell that it is. Come back, put the rods out for the night, and hopefully I can get one. Darryll's first off the mark, we 25, 13, we just need to minus the sling, but you're first off the mark. You did say yesterday that you wanted a common and you've got one.
I did, very happy with this. It's been tough going, they've been showing all over us, haven't they? But
yeah,
for some strange reason they just wouldn't pick the bait up. I've gone really close to the island with a cast. Thankfully, we've got one. Finally, your turn.
Finally,
next.
it's my turn next. So fingers crossed I can get one, because they have been jumping over my spots. Like hit a pot of chunks bigger than this one. I'd say.
Hit a pot of chunks. Hippopoto chunks.
I can't say it properly.
Hippopoto chunks.
Hippopoto chunks.
That's the one. Hashtag carping.
Darryll's had a couple. I'm just playing the waiting game at the minute. I just need to find out what they want to have, what they want to eat. And I'm going to be using the bait boat. As you can see behind me, there is some overhanging trees and I can't cast there, because if I cast I might get into the tree, plus I can't get that further in where they've been showing. So the bait boat can just easily glide underneath the overhanging trees and we can drop the bait and hopefully we can catch one. First one, I'm off the mark with this 28-pound mirror. I'll just need to take off the sling. Oh, look at that, beautiful mirror carp from Longottier. Get in, take some photos and slip it back. So happy I'm off the mark. Came on some double corn, slip this back, hopefully I can catch one more. This one certainly wants to go. Come on, get in! I'm just going to give you a quick update what's been happening. So last night I had my lovely 28-pound mirror. It was my first fish from Longottier and I was really excited to try it see if I can get another one. That one was in the bay area, which is there because the island comes like an L shape, and in that bay they've been boshing out there, so I've popped one on there, double corn, one fake at the bottom, then one real bit of maize on top, and that's just been doing me that bite. And then the next one was the same bite, and at 4:30 I got another fish. It was 24 pound 10 ounce, and I was really happy because I know that spot in that corner of that bay was producing me fish. And then after that fish, about 10-15 minutes later, Darryll had a 30-pound fish and it was really good. Here are some pictures. Now I'm just going to tell you where my spots are. So on my right hand rod, in line with the boat, in about 7 feet of water, that's where that rod is because they've been showing out there. And then on my left hand rod, that one is in line where the reeds are on the point because they've been showing out there as well. And then the rod right over there, that single rod there, it's right in that bay. As I said, it's an L shape, so it's in that corner with some hemp, maize and 11 boilers and some crush, and that's been producing me my bite.
22. 22, Dad.
22, that'll do. This was the fish what I wanted. Look at them scales in the barn. I was like, I want that fish. And by the way, this will not be the last time you will see this fish. Now I'm just going to tell you what rig I've used to catch them 3 fish and of what I've got out there now. So hopefully I can get a bite with this rig. And you can probably guess what it already is. It's the old faithful IQD rig. As you can see, you have your curved shank and your fake corn and your real maize, and that wafts perfect. Then you have the D, and that with the micro swivel moves very, very freely. Then you have your fluorocarbon hook link to your sinker, and then you have a size 8 swivel, and that is a perfect end to use an IQD rig. Sometimes I use a big eye swivel, but it doesn't really matter. That's been catching me my fish. And I'm just going to be telling you something because I had a very strange occurrence on one of my rods. The line tightened up and my rod tip was juddering like that, just going jud, 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 jud. And I went, oh, hit it, see if there's a fish on the end. Hit it and there was just nothing there. So I've reeled it back in, popped it back out on the IQD rig. I'm on my way. Oh no, that's Dad, I think. Is that Dad? See if that's Dad. If that's Dad. Oh no, that's me. I'm away. Oh, bloody hell. Fish on! Easy. Come on. Get in. Number 4. Yes! Yes!
Double, double.
So as I was talking about my IQD rig, my rod ripped off and it was in the open water, as I was saying. Lots and lots of fish have jumped out. And then this was the prize. A £26 bar of gold. Look at that for a fish. So happy. I did say I wanted a common and I've got one. Darryl's got one as well. I think he's got the fish what I'd like, which is like a mirror with a swirl down it near its head, like a swirl scale. And we'll have some photos of this, slip it back, see what Darryl's got. Get in! Come on, let's see what Darryl's got now. As I was saying, I caught that lovely £26 common, and then Darryll, with this fish, I caught this fish yesterday. It's hardly been out. Graham said it went in a couple of years ago at £21, so it has put weight on, but it's only put £1 of weight on because I only got it at 22, but this time it could be a little bit heavier, couldn't it?
22 1 ounce.
Yeah.
What a stunning fish.
Oh yeah, it's just an absolutely stunning fish. You come here and you catch this, it knocks any £30 fish out of the water.
Right, we're getting back, see if we can have some more.
Yes.
More double bubbles.
Yes. Right, this was from the bay, as I said. It's an L shape and I had it really tight into that bay. And I was talking to about the IQD rig, it's nailed this fish right in the bottom lip. This is the prize. A very angry £25 mirror. Look at that for a fish. It's an absolute stunner. Get some pictures of it, slip it back, get my rod back out. The fish are there. See if we can catch another one. Come on. Finally, Dad has put his rods out on the shell swim, and guess what started to happen? Right, I'm here with Graham, the owner, not the bailiff, and I'm just going to ask him a few questions about the fishery. So what was it like when you bought the fisheries first off then?
Well, when I first came here, it wasn't a fishery, it was just a lake which was very overgrown. It had been empty for about 3 years, so we had a lot of cutting back to do. So since I've taken over, all the pathways that you see, all the swims, everything has been created and built. We've laid these 700 tonne of stone here. So it's been a lot of work.
How much stock of fish is in here, and what have you done with like the fish then?
Well, we've got, when I first drained it, there were 30 fish in here that were worth keeping, which were £20 plus, up to mid-30s. The rest we took out, and I've since added about 70 fish, or carp certainly. So there's a head of about 100 carp now, which we've got 3 known 40s, a good head of 30s. I don't know exactly how many, but 10, 15, something in that ballpark, and a lot of 20. There's nothing here under 20. But we've got a lot of fish, as you know, because you've caught a couple that are sort of hitting 29 pounds. So there's a lot of just 30s. And from the 30s point of view, I've got 3 in here which are falling sort of between 38.5 and 39.5. So again, hopefully by next year, potentially 40s.
How big is the lake in size, and how deep is it across the lake?
It's 3.5 acres in total. We start really shallow at one end, which is only about 2 feet, and it comes up to about 11 feet at its maximum at the dam wall. But we've got some pretty crazy features in here as well, as you would have found out, because you're fishing in the swim with the big features, which almost look like bomb craters. Our shell swim, we called the shell swim because we found a World War II shell in it when we drained the lake, so whether that relates to the craters on the other side, I don't know. But what it does is it gives us some really interesting clay features to fish to.
What is the bottom? Because you know it's like gravel, then it's silty, then is it gravel again?
Yeah, it's the shallower end is quite sandy. The dam wall end is quite clayey where you're fishing, and then we've got some silty patches as well between the islands. It's quite silty, but the fish seem to like the silt areas. It's good quality silt.
Yeah. So that's some information about Longotier, and thank you for just telling that information for us.
No problem.
Everything is definitely thought out at Longotier, because you have your spray for your carp here and your weigh bar, so you don't have to bring your tripod. And if you come over here, there's a bait bin, so you can put your bait in there so no wildlife can get near it. And then you have your general rubbish bin, so you don't have to have a rubbish bag so the wildlife can't get to that. And then if you follow me down here, your sling and your mat is provided, so you don't have to bring your sling or your mat either, and that is really, really good. Right, we've just had dinner. I'm just going to pop my rod back out, and I'm just going to be using a 15mm key cray cultured hook bait, and I'm just going to be popping some boilie in it with just crushed and stuff like that, and I'm popping it all the way down into fish just showed there where I'm going to have my open water spot. I'm just going to pop this rod down there, and then my left hand rod's going to be on that open water spot where that fish just showed, and then my left hand rod, this single's just going to go out into the bay, so hopefully I can get a fish. This one is a very feisty fish, and it's a common. Double corn again.
No. Get in that net.
Come on! Number 7?
7 that.
Yes! Dad caught a fish last night. £25. I'm so happy for him because he was doubting himself, going, oh, I'm not going to catch one. I knew he was going to catch one, and it was a really, really nice fish. Here are some pictures. And then last night I had a 29 14-ounce mirror carp. Here are some pictures. And I was really annoyed, but I was happy that I caught it because hopefully we can get this one out and it'll be a 30 because it felt like a really good fish. So let's get it out, weigh it and see what it is. This is the prize. A very feisty, beautiful £26 common. Look at that for a bar of gold. It's even showing off. So we'll get my rods back out. We've seen a fish showing my open water. We're going to reel it in, basically put it onto where that fish showed and see if we can catch one on there. Get in. Morning time now. It has a bit of wind on the lake now. It's pushing towards me, so hopefully the fish can get into this bay area where they have been showing, and hopefully we could get a bite there. I've put one out by the log over there on that other island because fish have been showing there as well. Graham has just come round with the breakfast. The breakfast is so simple. It's a baguette. I've started to eat mine, but it's a baguette, and then you could have full English breakfast with like beans, sausage, mushroom, tomatoes, egg, bacon. But I just went for bacon and sausage. It's so great and so delicious. And then if you want a drink, you could have tea, coffee or orange juice. I got the orange juice because it's just so nice to go with something like that. I don't know if Dad's away. Yes! Come on! Dad's away. Dad just had that lovely £29 14-ounce mirror. It's a bit of a crafty way of catching that fish. Now take it away, the tactics and the good angling what followed.
Well, basically they've been a bit shy feeding on what we've been using, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
They've not wanted pop-ups. It tended to be wafters, just really low down to the deck, something, you know, like you've been getting them on double corn.
Yeah.
So with the water being quite coloured and I didn't have a wafter that was high visual, I decided to get my Carper Ultra Fluoro white coconut pop-ups, drilled them out, put a bit of Nash Klingon putty inside the hole, put it on my slip D so it sits just like that, and it just wafts just over the hook, primed, ready, and then I sat and I waited and had it ready with 2 foam nuggets on the hook, waited and waited till I saw a fish show, cast right on its head. 20 minutes later,
Fish on.
£29 14 mirror on the bank.
Yes.
So I'll get it with the nuggets on again.
Wait for a fish.
Wait for a fish, cast at it and see if I can repeat the process.
The weather has changed again. It was raining like an hour ago. Now it's absolutely sunny, blue skies, and I'm here on Darryll's peg because Darryll was drinking his coffee, and guess who got to his rod first? Dad. Because Darryll was drinking his coffee, he was too occupied on his phone, and Dad got to the rod first with this lovely 26-pound common, which I caught because it's recognisable with his dorsal fin. That's another recapture. How many recaptures have we had now?
That'll make 3.
Yeah. And Darryll had a few in the night. You had 2 last night. You had a mirror and a common, didn't you?
Yeah, we had well, you came across, didn't you, and helped me with the mirror, which was about 23.5, we guesstimated.
Yeah.
Really thin fish, but very deep, beautiful fish. And then first light this morning, about 8ish, yeah, rod rips off with a beautiful common. So I was drinking my coffee for the last one, so you lose, you snooze.
And I have not produced anything through the night, but I'm just going to ask Darryll now some questions. First of all, what tactics are you using with your bait wise?
Well, we were putting out to the far margin really close with the bait boats, just to make sure that we could get really close, minimal disturbance, get a little bit of baiting nice and close, and that has worked, and it's produced fish for you, I know, around the corner, and for me. But last night with all the rain, I haven't had a fish for probably 2.5 days. I thought I'd do a little bit of a change of tactic, so thankfully you gave me some little bit more room off the island, so I've come off the island a little bit, and last night we were up until about 3. I know you were up as well in your swim, and every time we had a double bosh with the fish going, because it was like SeaWorld. I put out a good handful of boilies, and I was doing that till 3, and that seems to have worked, because 8 o'clock this morning the fish have come in and we got a take, and then I put about another kilo out, and then while we were sitting drinking coffee, your dad's had one off my spot doing that. So I'm going to keep doing that and see whether that works. It's a little change, because as I said, we were bait boating it, or we were casting, keeping everything really close. Fish are on the bank. We're doing well as a team. We've done really well.
Gary the bailiff from Moulon de Passé came down to have a chat with us to reminisce what happened last year at Moulon. And that was some good times then, wasn't it, last year? And you've got November to come, and next year in September with my dad and Keith. We've
got a boys trip out again. We did that a little while ago, year before last. Yeah, absolutely superb. Lots of banter, lots of fun. Gary also came down the pizza with us as well, so looking forward to spending some time with the boys again. See if we can get some fish on the bank.
Boom. Right, we're on the Eurotunnel. It's been an emotional last week on the bank, hasn't it, guys?
It's definitely been emotional, yeah.
And then last night was brilliant because the boss, Andrew Graham, came round. The boss definitely loved the port and the wine.
Oh yeah, she's well got stuck into the port.
And then when she finished the wine, she went, right, I'm off. Didn't she?
Yeah, once she'd had her fill, that was it. She was done. She was out of there.
And then she got stuck into the van because she walked into it one night. The food was absolutely brilliant. Massive thumbs up.
Spot on.
Thanks, Graham, for the hospitality when it was 30 degrees of heat and you brought round a free ice cream. That was a touch and a half.
Just what we needed.
Even though you had chocolate and us two had strawberry, I don't know how that adds up.
It's because I'm simply gifted, mate. That's what it's all about.
Apart from his driving, not simply gifted.
Look, we've had one central reservation issue, one trailer issue, and a handbrake issue. Apart from that, I think I've done pretty well.
The weather's been alright because it's been 30 degrees of heat, then to 15 degrees with rain, and then 9 degrees of rain. But we've all caught. Darryll's had 7 fish, I've had 7 fish. Then Dad's had 3 fish, but one of them was a bit of a reverse poaching. It came off Darryll's rod, even though it was a recapture. It was well deserved.
It still counts. Still counts.
I did
Every fish counts.
You did know him about 55 when we were at Drayton though, weren't you?
No, that was my swim.
Bushnell Carp Diaries signing out.
I love you, Mrs. Person.
This is so unfair! I hate you! See, this is what I've got to contend with. It's like, going on holiday with 2 kids. And I'm the one that's supposed to be the
Everything at Longotier is definitely thought to be And then if you follow me here, your mat. Oh, no, fell over then.
do you want to do that again? It's raining, pouring.
Turn the central heating back on. You what, buddy? Can someone turn the central heating back on?
So, as I was doing a bit about breakfast, Dad
Breakfast? What is going on here? Breakfast?
So thanks Graham for the hospitality when it was 30 degrees of heat and you brought round.
That's going in.
Yeah, it's still recording. Oh no, that's Dad, I think. Is that Dad? See if that's Dad. If that's Dad.
Very many times Graham, the owner, you better start that again.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Dad, I think. Is that Dad? See if that's Dad. If that's Dad. Then to 9 degrees of heat.
Can I have your finger?
Yeah. There you go. Cheers, thank you.
Right, we're on the Euro.
I tell you what, if we get disturbed once more or some kid behind us toots the fucking horn or this sodding alarm goes off, someone's going to be in this.
So Simon gave us this suggestion and Dad's being a weirdo. Oh no, that's Dad, I think. Is that Dad? See if that's Dad. If that's Dad.
And it's only taken him, what day are we on?
Friday.
Friday. It's only taken him till Friday to learn that he has to push the button on the walkie-talkie before he has to talk.
I wouldn't mind, but he presses it A too late and then releases it B too early.
Well, that's like me. Nicole will tell you about that. I'm always releasing too early, mate, always.
Oh no, that's Dad, I think. Is that Dad? See if that's Dad. If that's Dad. Simon, the owner of Moulon, said he was booked up because we wanted to go back there. So he was booked up, fully booked up, and
you know what? I think Moulon might be booked.
Fully booked.
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 Simon, is your lake booked? We're just checking.
See you on the other side, bitches!
yeah! Oh no, that's Dad, I think. Is that Dad? See if that's Dad. If that's Dad.
All I want to do is do it. Pick up. All I want to do is do it. Come on, Perry. Saw you like that. Put your hat on. Put your hat on, Perry. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care.
Oh no, that's me. I'm away. Ugh, fucking hell.